Greetings, Xenogene warriors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo, episode 118, Undepleted Uranium. I'm trying to kill the ones that aren't valuable so that I have others to be able to capture. So I'm sending the mechs to like try to punch because they're going to do the least damage. Of course, you killed that hussar. So Buffy, that's a possibility. Who else is Huss out here? I wouldn't mind Wasters either. Riley and Buffy. All right, Wendy. Let's go for Riley. And then Mitty, go for Buffy. Try not to kill her. Mechs, you can all go back to recharge. I don't need any of you. Because all you're going to do is, like, kill more potential prisoners. The other thing I could do is the rescues that I had wanted to do. And captures. So, Julrav, you're dead in an hour. Never mind. You're dead in 18 hours, but you're male. What about these guys? I think T-Sang was coming out here for Coyote, but instead... I could take a 13-year-old teenager and grow them to 16 for eggs. Oh, but here's a 37-year-old. As long as they don't die from hypothermia before it's too late. Julrav actually already has a spot in the prison. But they're dead in 1 hour. I don't know, we'll see. Lo, if you can patch Julrav up, we can keep Julrav. I'm not picky, so I'll try to send them quick. So, Wendy, you were after Riley? And Buffy. That's a lot of yayo. Dear Lord, why do you have so many drugs? There's also Blaster over here. So let's capture Blaster, because I don't have enough Wasters. I want more Wasters. It's going to be really nice when I open up the new prison. So Chimik, you can capture Blaster. Dead in 3 hours. So let's coagulate. And, wow. I'm going to have so much uranium. So much uranium. Alright, Riley, get back here. Too lazy to chase you down. So Buffy died. But maybe Riley will survive. If I had a shock lance, I'd use it, but I don't think anyone around here has shock lances. Chimik, Low Shield, Rogi, Insanity. No one has shock lances. Nope, you're dead too. Alright. Well, Huss be damned. We might try for more Wasters. So, McLaughlin, you're a Waster of age... Oh no, Throgan, you're a Hussar. Get over here. Get beat up by Mitty. Mitty, do as little damage as you can. Please. And then Wendy, go for another one. So... You're a Neanderthal. Baseline. Alright. So of the remainder, I think McLaughlin or Rue would be good to capture. Maybe Rue. Iron Willed would be nice to have in the... Oh, you killed another Hussar? Man, I'm cutting through... This is exactly why Wendy is doing the Wendigo project, because these Hussars are just way too weak. They're just too squishy. Alright, get over here, Rue. Bleeding out a Hussar doesn't really work because of their xenogerm traits. Hussars are ride or die because of their traits. Because if you take a look at their they're reduced, a mix of reduced pain, so they don't go down easy, plus super fast wound healing means that it's really hard to bleed them out without them actually dying. Anyone that's like tough or reduced pain is way more likely to just fight till they die than to collapse. Okay, you're dead too. McLaughlin, you're next. I need like a jade club to be able to just bash them over the head. Alright, Wendy, can you gentle touch? Because Mitty seems to only rough touch. No, you can't. She's literally tearing these raiders with her bare hands limb to limb. Like, what was that kill? You hit her in the left arm so hard she died. While Mitty called you pretty. Mitty quipped about beautiful people with Wendy. Wendy's beautiful because of her vampirism. And then Wendy murdered McLaughlin. Okay. Well, attempts were made. They weren't successful. Joel Ralph, I'm not even going to bother with you. I'm going to go for someone else because you're going to die. What about you? 4 hours? That's doable. You're the new Joel Ralph. So that's 2 impids. And I did capture a hussar, so we do have some prisoners. Who do we have up here? Impid. Yep. Alright, Mitty, you go here. Have a tea. If you're wondering about the total corpse count, 516 corpses now. Cody's still out here. Who is available to help with that? Bryzit? Are you not going to have a mental break? Let's try to rescue. And I think one more patch from low and we'll go for the capture. How many total genes does Hussars have? Oh god, they have a ton. Like 24? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 genes? 12.5 genes? It's hard to scan what you want out of a Hussar. That's why I wanted to capture as many as I could, but we just bashed them all to death instead. Like you do. $3,115 uranium. Let's get enriching. That was actually relatively easy given the chaos of and the fog of war. It didn't take much to effectively shut down those raids. So Wendy's capturing Jules, and I'm gonna have Low try to save Elk for rep. And there's still others out here, but I think Elk was the most likely to survive with 3-hour timer. T-Sang? Did they die? Okay, they died. I was wondering why I was just standing there. What's my wealth right now? Let's see. It went up, oh god. It went up about almost 100k. Is there someone else to rescue? You? Oh, you're not, yeah, you have time to live. You're Rio. Let's go rescue you too. Rise it, didn't I say rescue Coyote? And the gift bag for the royals is sent. Good. The hussar that I did capture is able to walk now, so I got to be cautious about that. I have to rip her legs off before she causes any problems. And then I still have yet to rip scan these guys, that the humans in here that I really need to process. All right, rep is now up to 72, so we are not at risk there. I don't think I hauled in those signal chips, but we'll get them sooner or later. I'm just busy. I can gesture, and you guys understand why I'm a little busy right now. Prisoners. That looks about right. Oh, oh well. Binge away. So I will need to, for the impids that I want to keep for a while, I'm going to need to cook up pacification xenogerms so that they don't cause problems. So we will start to load up the perfect prisoner template. I don't know if I need to make it as complex as it is, just so that we can make them quicker. So let me see about what to remove. I can remove a lot of the negatives. Because it's not helpful for complexity. I do want them to... it actually might help if they're very happy. Just so that there's less fuss. Because the annoying constant conversions that you hear in the background are, well, they're annoying. So here is... here's a new version. So it's got the dead calm. It's got kind, nearsighted, and awful shooting, so they can't grab weapons and fight me. Weak melee, so they can't fight me. Slow runner, so they can't run away. Cold tolerant and furry tail, so they don't freeze when the power goes out. Unattractive, so that we don't befriend them, so that we like when they die. Very happy, so they don't fuss. Extra pain, so they're easy to drop. And trotter hands, so that they have bad manipulation. And fire resistant, just in case they set on fire, they won't die as fast. I think this is a pretty good prison combination. And then it has them at metabolic efficiency +6. And it's not too complex. So I'm going to save this template as passive prisoner. Give them, I don't know, this happy little... just the basic face is fine. Because I want to make it as simple as possible so that we can crank them out quickly. And I might even want to set up another... combining assembler, given the amount of prisoners that I have to process right now. But we'll see about that. What is everyone working on? Surprise it. Crafting. Filling tanks. Just like the day-to-day stuff. I think Bryzit gave up on rescuing Coyote. Yeah, I'm going to need to keep at least 3 or 4 made on hand. Exactly. I want to start calculating them until I've got them stockpiled. What's annoying is the assembler stations don't... none of this is, like, mobile. You can't move them. It's hard to tell if I'm linking to all of them. I think this is the same list. Because they're in range. So I'll put that here. Oh, what the... Oh, I see what's going on. I don't have enough hospital beds, and they keep juggling who's getting rescued. That's why it's been like that. Okay. Wendy's drinking a little blood. I'll have her go learn the side trainers that I wanted in just a second. And then I need to focus on processing the prisoners. So the current priority is sort, process the prisoners, and complete the prison. I'd like to open up the new prison as well. It's been roofed up. So the next step in here is to build the nutrient paste dispensers. Build the hoppers that go with them. And then build the beds. Some of the beds I can transfer over from here. How many beds do I have here? 21? So I'll build some beds ahead of time. And then also build heating and furniture. So here's what the prototypes are going to look like. It's going to be tables here. Stools. And I'll need to cut a lot of slate blocks. We'll take lights and heaters. I haven't dealt with this custom one yet, and that leaves another space for another bed. So it's 7 per cell. And I have exactly 7 impets. So this will be the first impet cell. Yeah, it's a pretty cool prison. I'm also planning on eventually putting in like uranium mini turrets in the entryway here. So if there's ever like a prison break for any reason, like if I haven't dead calmed people, they have to go through mini turrets to exit. And then it has fire foam poppers in there as well to accommodate the the likelihood of fires. Or to mitigate, rather. Getting that invisibility. Happy about that. Alright, let's haul in the heal serum first. Oh, Coyote died in Rogi's arms. Anyone else to rescue? That will survive the trip? Yeah, you aren't even, like, injured. Oh, you're conscious and walking. Never mind. Norio, I wanted to grab you. You're pretty hypothermic, so I think Wendy will come for you, and then Rogi, you can go get the heal serums. And that means I have the heal serum somewhere in here already, I think. Because shouldn't I have gotten 4? Let me double check that. No. 3. The 1 was from something else? Yeah, the 1 was yeah. Let's get those 3 heal serums. Still a lot of work to be done in there. Anyone else to rescue or capture? These guys are having like a little patch-up powwow. There's more impids, but I can't be bothered. Max distance for gene buildings is about just shy of 13. Okay. That gives me some wiggle room for this southern one. And then obviously I can move the weapon stockpile and build around this instead. So build gene processing north and south. And then of course, this nutrient-based dispenser is getting destroyed because I'm not going to need this prison in a minute. Well, a little bit longer than a minute. But that opens up this area to be processors and banks as well. So that I get some symmetry back, which I haven't had for a while. Rice is looking... No, it's for a lack of hauling. Partial antitoxal lungs. That's unfortunate. So, Nereo... Oops. I'm juggling too many people. Capture Evie. And then rescue Nereo. Who just got infected. Finally getting some herbal meds. So that will be a little bit of rep there. I don't think that there's time to get to red, but Wendy has never turned down a challenge, so I'll attempt it. Because she abuses rep. It's not her being kind, it's her exploiting her relationship for profit. Sorry, can't die on my watch. Oh boy. Alright, you can go to Gen Pop. This is a medical bed now. And I am getting the rip scanner ready because Bishop is ready to be rip scanned. Probably a bunch of the... Yeah, they're all like pretty much ready to be rip scanned. Another thing I need to do once the cooldowns for trade caravans are over is call in new trade caravans because I have all these fresh kidneys and lungs to sell. You wonder how long it would take for Wendy to run across the map? That would entirely depend upon how deep the snow is it sunny? Because she hates sun. You know, some other factors as well. But yeah, she's pretty quick. I know it's not an answer. Don't forget the ceremony for Brazit. Oh, I haven't. Having another sidecast is nice. Then, of course, there's all the uranium to haul, the coagular and the love enhancer. Let me haul the love enhancer now, because it's something I would want to sell, because it's not something that Wendy's ever going to install on anyone. And I don't want it to decay, because it depreciates in value when it does. Alright, the rip scanner is ready, so let's insert Bishop. Cool. And I did already learn the invisibility, yeah. It's one of the first things I did. So I've got invisibility. I've also got... What was the other one I learned? Jesus, elk. Probably got all the casts now. I think she's still missing some. A lot of the, like, words of she's missing. Oh, yeah, she got words of inspiration, that's right. That's right. Well, she needs to pray or sit on the throne a while for her psi focus. Her death rest is still pretty good, which is helpful because I have a lot of work to do. Corpse Freezer is getting populated. It's always nice to see. So I have Skip Shield and Words of Inspiration. So I have another Words of Inspiration that I guess Bryzit could learn. Once Bryzit levels up once. Might be useful. Mr. Rip Scanner has not entered the Rip Scanner. Who's closest? I guess, Bryzit? How do you start that? And then I really do need the xenogenes made for the new impids. So they don't fight back and be annoying. Alright, next. You still need your organs harvested. And also Blaster. You know, there's a bunch. You need your organs harvested. You had your organs. So next will be a Scion into the Rip Scan. Oh, no, don't do that. I'm not going to store anything in these hoppers until they're until the prison's ready to open. I mean, it's cold enough in there that it's not going to decay, I guess. Hey, pal. Yeah, maybe I'll allow rice in there. Oh, good. The person that I wanted to rip scan is tantruming. I also would like to maybe corpse exchange one of the prisoners at some point. Forbid the hoppers until the dispensers are done. I could do that. I'm glad that wasters are super immune. I don't have to worry too much about the infection here. I'll have Mass queue up the next rip scanner for Mr. Bash the Walls. I think Evie had the legs. One. Okay. So we're still waiting on the other leg. And Lo is installing it now. Good. Bangface is extracting organs, prepping more of the baseliner refugees for rip scanning. Is Mr. Tantrum done? Yep, he is done. So as soon as the rip scanner is ready, I think he has his organs. Yep, he had his organs harvested, so he's ready for the rip scan now. So that would be you. I guess you just had your last meal. Congrats and goodbye. Put Blaster in a proper bed so she doesn't, you know, die from infection. Mass is doing so much wardening right now. Mass is just like, I'm busy. Wendy, that's a weird place to rest. I mean, okay. Next to Red here. Get your doctoring from anywhere. Why are we... Oh, you're smelting it. I was gonna say, why are we bringing shotguns into general storage? They're not allowed there. It does remind me... My relationship with Inalor and Amtas is, like, not good enough to call in trade caravans at the moment. So I'm gonna send them gift bags. Or gift organs, specifically. 1, 2, 3, 4 organs to 1. And 5 to the other. Pilardo, thank you for the resub. I can turn Bryzit's psych focus back down? Yeah, that's true. I don't have the impending mega threats. T, I think you can chill on the shells. Yeah, you can chill on the shells. Got our shells back. Because I think it's to 20? Yep. Speaking of machining, would not be a bad idea to try to find those signal chips. Wherever the heck they are. So one is still out here. It's at 50 or 49%. The other one's here. So Rogi will grab one, and Chimik will grab the other. Oops, you're dead. Shouldn't have fussed so hard. At some point, we also can decide, with those signal chips, it's possible... So, as a little reminder, we transferred all of the workbots to Lo. So Lo is our doctor, who also does workbotting. So with Lo as the workbot controller, Bryzit is now a combat mechanator, and Bryzit doesn't have combat mechs. So what we could do is to use those signal chips to make Diabolus instead. So Diabolus costs 2 signal chips, and I just so happen to have 2 signal chips. So I'm going to poll you guys what you think I should do with the signal chips. What to do with signal chips. Diabolus or mech gestation. I don't think I need control groups. Let me check. No, I could do control groups too. Work bot efficiency. So those are 3 choices there. So Lo could benefit from the control group implant to help with work bot efficiency. I could also do mech gestation for mass, or I could do Diabolus's for Bryzit. So all 3 mechanators have 3 different benefits. You guys can pick. In fact, if I did a Diabolus, I would probably gestate the Diabolus with... Yeah, Bryzit already has max bandwidth, yeah. I would probably move the War Queen off of Wendy and give Wendy the new Diabolus. Because if I have 2 Diaboluses, it's not a big deal if Wendy's asleep in death rest and I lose control of 1 Diabolus, direct control. But I'd like the War Queen to be off of Wendy. In fact, Bryzit, you're going to take control of the War Queen so that when Wendy is death resting, the War Queen's not out of play. Although it's not a big deal, because I can bring the War Queen back into play, like, even if she's death resting, it's just a little bit more annoying. All right, gift bag for Inalor. Done. And gift bag for Amtas. Done. All right, one more vote. One more minute to vote on that before I forget. Evie, with your 2 fresh peg legs. Unfortunately, those were donor legs, and I'm taking them back. And 3 trade caravans just called in. It's almost that Wendy has all the non-combat mechs. She could have the non-combat mechs because they work when you're death resting. The only issue is that means that she would probably need a bandwidth pack as a specialty weapon, and that I'm never going to have her do that because that lowers her strength. So work bot efficiency. Got it. That's what we're doing with the signal chips. So here are my... Where are my signal chips? Shouldn't they be on this? Oh, there's Chimik with 1. And I think Lo is grabbing the other? Did no one grab the other? The other's missing. Oh, Rogi. Rogi's grabbing it. Rogi's already moving it. So let's queue that up. That will be control sublinks 1 and 2. Made by T-Sang. The RIP scanner is going to be ready in a minute. And Ray is ready to go in. Perfect. Where are you? I have too many. Rogi. There you are. You're sleeping in the bed with a friendly? Because you're sick. You have sensory mechanites. You're waiting for medical tending. Don't have a child unexpectedly. It's all against the ideology. You'll be put to death if that happens. So no pressure. Just keep your knees together. Now that all the craziness has passed, I also want to make other parts for Wendy. So she'll probably get the coagulator in her. So let's queue up what we have already. Bionic ear left. And then coagulator. I'll give her the love enhancer. Why not make her more expensive? I'm going to pause these for now until I have more parts, because I only want her out in a brief window. So other parts to make for her will be 2 kidneys, 2 detox kidneys. More importantly, a heart, because hers already doesn't work. You know, she doesn't have feelings for anyone, so might as well tear that old thing out. And then a learning assistant? Trying to think if there's anything else that's useful. A sterilizing stomach might not be bad. I don't want to give her a nuclear stomach because I want her to enjoy feasting on people. And nuclear stomachs make you require a lot less food so you don't feast on people. But maybe a sterilizing stomach would be good so she can't get sick. She already has 2 detox lungs. Yes, I queued up kidneys. Yeah, so we'll make a sterilizing stomach so she doesn't get food poisoning ever. And what else? Yoda, can you think of something? You come up with an idea, buddy? She's got the aesthetic nose. She doesn't have an aesthetic shaper. So I'll do a shaper as well. So that people really like her. Well, you know, for her surface. Not so much her personality. Her personality is deep oof or something like that. I could also do a circadian assistant. A lot of improvements. T-Sang, get on that. She's going to be irresistible to blondes. She'll always have to rebuff them. Snip the tongue, man. She could just snip the tongue right out. She doesn't care. She did it to T-Sang. She'll do it again. I should check the logs. See if anyone tried to woo her recently. I think most people got the message when she tore T-Sang's tongue out that she's not to be flirted with. No, I didn't see any flirting there. Smart. Reworking the north walls of the complex is a Wendigo. Yes, this was a Wendigo up here a long time ago, but yes, like 3 streams ago. There's another one of the refugees. So who's left? Diogenes? And they look ready. Are you based? No, you're a genie. But wait, you're recent, right? Yeah. You're is there any? I don't think there's anything in the genie xenogerm that we want. Yeah, there's nothing that we want. We have it all. Awful social. No, I take it back. I don't have awful social in our banks. So let's try to scan that out of the genie. I did need a sacrifice, yeah, and I can sacrifice her once she's done. Or sacrifice someone else. Because I think there's others. Maybe it's just those 2. So maybe Diogenes, I will prisoner sacrifice instead. So I'll cancel the load on here, because we'll keep the genie for a bit. So corpse exchange for Dio once he's able to walk. Because he's under anesthesia right now. He's gonna fake it for a while, I think. How's the prison coming? I haven't checked on that in a while. So the NPMs are... They're I mean, they're getting built slowly. Wendy's not been on it. She's been on her throne. Okay, Dio can walk. So let's do the corpse. Actually, let me check the slave suppression first. It's maxed. Okay, so we're just doing corpse exchange. Perfect. It already picked the person that I want to be exchanged. Yeah, with all that yayo I got, I'll have the people be able to be yayo funded for a bit. Wow. There's something weird going on with my cameras. I'm like changing colors, as you can probably see. I didn't bother grabbing our relic to put it in attendance, because I don't have another reliquary up here. That could be a voter goal at some point. I don't care enough about putting it in where it belongs to bother doing. Draco, thank you for the sub. And this should also put Wendy in a better mood. Huh, also, we killed Har, the faction leader, and that made her happy. She's quite happy right now. Oh, and the rip scan executions, they counted. So if this is a good... ritual, will make her even happier. What's really nice about these, though, when she's particularly happy, because she has a harmonizer, everyone around her is getting plus 20 mood from just being around her. So, convening everybody for rituals, and it was satisfying, so that's even more bang for my buck. Convening everyone for rituals is a really good way to stabilize people's moods. Even if the ritual or throne speech or something like that doesn't go well, it doesn't really matter, because... You died? Dang. Oh, because... Yeah, I guess I didn't tend to you in time. Oh well. Because when she's in a good mood, it's infectious, and that's really useful. I killed your bedmate? Yeah. I mean, I didn't kill him. He just didn't survive the medical tending. Not exactly my fault. Dang it. Set those does to slaughter, and they're now replicating. So the corpse exchange didn't... I mean, it was nice, but it didn't work. I didn't get someone new. You are a teetotaler. No drugs for you. Still have hope you'll turn out good. And join your husband in the colony. Where's Fangface? Are you, being recharged? Nope. Probably tending to Frosty or something. But Frosty's over all those diseases, if you were wondering. There we go. Taking Evie's other leg, so that Evie can't fight or run away. Rice isn't looking great, but we do have a bunch sown. Wendy should be up hitting her psi focus requirement any second now, and then she'll be working on those prisons. And the prison's slowly coming together. We got more of the nutrient paste dispensers getting built, and some lights. And eventually heat. So in these down here, I'll put light and heat as well. And this is the hybrid prison pop. Is it Razman a hustler? No, Razman is a waster. Should we color the prison more ominously? Maybe by racial colors. So it's easy to tell at a glance, like red for Impid and, you know, brown or something for Edekin and extra pain. That's what we got at Amoros. A fake thumbs up. Wendy, let's have you try to build. Blue for genies? Well, genies isn't going to be in the prison like that. because their genies aren't a species. That prison down there is mostly for races of people, not genetically engineered. She's building now. I don't need the slate stockpile anymore, though, I suppose. Am I going to be moving the scanner down there? Yeah, what I might end up doing is putting a scanner here, possibly, but I'm not really focused on gene extracting because all of the genes that these guys have, I already have in my banks. And I'm not trying to make money that way because it's really just annoying to try to trade for those genes. I'm just trying to scan the ones I don't have, which would be Hussar and Genie and Highmate. And I can keep my Hussars, Genies, and Highmates in other prisons elsewhere because they're not part of the general prison pop. All robots are repaired. What parts have we made? Love Enhancer, Bionic Ear, Coagulator. So we haven't made any of them yet. Wendy's going to get Work Drive in about 6 hours, and she'll Work Drive T-Sang to get him faster working. My steel that you see here it's kind of a... You could ignore that number because I have like giant piles of steel outside that I just haven't hauled yet. So maybe what I'll do is I'll create a temporary stockpile. Call it steel hauling. And make the hauler bots haul the steel. So steel here. Steel here. And rechargers here and here. There's a lot of map cleanup. Yep. Cleanup's only important if you care about the resources that are to be cleaned, which I don't care that much about all the corpses, because there will always be more corpses. They're kind of a non-finite resource. The uranium needs to be tidied up, but I don't think anyone's going to steal the uranium, so that's only useful if I need to reload, which at the moment I don't. There are some random components, probably where the mech clusters used to be, but not enough of them for me to like urgently go out there and start hauling them. And then, and that's about it, other than like some jade here or there. So it's not super important because I already got the signal chips, which were definitely the more important ones to get. Speaking of which, is there... Nope, we still haven't made the control sublink. That might not be bad to do before the rest of the bionics for Wendy, because they're quick to cook up. Order implantation into... probably the new Impid blaster. I mean, waster, not Impid. Ooh. Amtas, rep going up. Nice. He's trying to chew his paws so badly. Cut it out, dude. One thing I might want to do is change the smelt weapon. I'm just going to freeze the smelt weapon. it's not worth people running all over the place to go grab biocoded weapons. That's like totally a waste of manpower. There's a ton more hauling to do before the haulers are made. True. Right now I'm using the components and steel for the prison, so I can't afford to gestate more haulers because I'm currently using the materials that you would use to make haulers, and I'm pretty limited on the amount of components that I have. But once I have more components, if it's voted for me to gestate more mechs, I happily would. I did just poll whether or not I was going to use the signal chips for a Diabolus, and it was voted that I don't. So I'm in no rush to make new mechs until it's voted on, because it ties up resources that I have a limited amount of. And I've been buying components like crazy to be able to afford the new prison too, but you know, they're expensive. Mitty, you probably shouldn't be a constructor. I mean, you can absolutely deliver resources. That's cool. Do that all day long, but don't construct. Let's make another xenogerm. So that was the passive prisoner. Get you cook one of those up. As much as I'd like you on the ground pen scanner. The Pollux trees are completely clear of pollution, other than this one spot that they can't reach. So it's just a matter of time until we hit that one spot with one of the cleaner bots and have no pollution on the map down there. And at that point, I'd probably want to start cleaning up the pollution that we did leak out once we had an excess and we didn't know where to put it. Just to do it. Just to be like, yeah, I've cleaned up the map tile. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos.